out from Resurrection Sunday, a day when people who don't regularly attend church services can be found at praise and worship services all over. But then what happens? Well, in the past, I would go back to living the way I was living before. See, I believed Jesus died on the cross, and I believed he was resurrected. But it wasn't personal to me, and I didn't fully grasp the enormity of what that meant until the Lord opened my eyes back in 1992. If you remember, I shared that story in my book, where a very personal God took my hand when I finally came to the end of myself. And that's when I cried out to him, and I've been walking with him ever since. Now, if we were living back in the days when Jesus actually walked the earth, like the disciples, for the next 33 days, he spent time with them before he ascended to heaven. And at that time, he opened their eyes to the truth of the scriptures. He gave them instructions before he ascended to heaven. In Mark 6, it says, "And then he told them, 'Go into all the world and preach the good news to everyone. Anyone who believes and is baptized will be saved, but anyone who refuses to believe will be condemned.'" So Jesus had opened his disciples' eyes. During this time, things that didn't make sense before suddenly all came together. It's like the pieces of the puzzle were all there and they could see the whole picture. It's one thing to know of God. Up until then, the disciples must have had some doubt if you read the scriptures. But it's completely something different to know God. And when it happens, it changes your life. When Jesus opened the disciples' eyes, everything changed. He filled them with the Holy Spirit, just as he had promised. He does that for us as well. If you know, you know. And once you know, how can you go back? Who in your life needs to truly know Jesus? And if tomorrow is your last day on earth, who would you tell about him today? We have no guarantee for tomorrow. Take advantage of the opportunities you have today.